Hey guys, it's Baba and I'm back for another video, and this one is just going to be a little bit of a show reel of some of the animated stream screens that I've been doing, like about the last 5 of them. These are just little still previews, but once we've gone through these, we're going to go and see them in their animated state, and also see where all of the transparency is and where we can move things around if that's the thing that's optional in them. Also, while I have like recorded video of these, I do have them layered so that they're usable with different image usages, such as the like image sequences in OBS, so that they animate, and so that we can also have the layered effect of being able to move things and bring things in underneath. Okay, so let's go and have a look at these. This first one is from, I finished it around the start of February 2021, so this year, and with this one I'm doing like a little bit of the frames in the front with the kind of magic moving. We've got a little bit of light flickering in the back, and that's affecting like when the text shows up and everything. And also the floating candles and the loops of the flames on those and the flickering around them. The little cut in the video just there was just me having to loop the video because I only recorded so much of it looping just to show it to the commissioner before I sent it over to him. So we've got a little bit of stuff going on this one. There's a little bit of movement, but mostly it's gonna progress as we go on though. This second one is another one that I did around the same time. I think I finished this one the 1st of February. I'm just looking up in my files. So I was doing this one and the last one at the same time, but on this one again we've got like the differences in the glow, we've got like the moving up and down of things, kind of just flickering of lights. We also have a little bit of what I've got going on now that I'm showing with my emote, which is just where I've got the different layers of it so that you can bring things in between, and that's something that I pull through from this one into the rest of them that I've been doing. Again, it's kind of mostly still, but there's like a couple more things that are starting to move. Another thing that's animated is you might be able to see on the earphones and also on the keyboard, there's a little bit of like RGB kind of moving across, and that loops so that it goes through a full swipe of it and then it loops back around into the same colors and swipes through again. And this next one has like a bunch of stuff. So we've got the lighting on the candles, we've got the flickering on the flames, and then they had the idea for having a Ouija board, and I suggested bringing all of the different things onto it so it can basically be used as anything, because we've got all the bits of lettering on it, and they're interchangeable. The little planchette, that's the word, planchette is movable as well, and it's got that little bit of transparency to it, and it kind of twitches on its own, so it's got its own animation, but you can move that around as well. You'll see in a minute, once I go through all of these, there is a layer where we have the glass table, and then there's the wood beams and flooring underneath it, but you can also bring things in underneath it and move them around. I like doing the animation on the little planchette on this one though. I think that's quite fun that it's like, it's animated, but you can still go and move it around. With all of these as well, I get them all to loop basically infinitely. There's certain things that have like a set loop of maybe about 4 or 5 frames. I think the most I've done is maybe about 6 or 7 or 8 that I've actually drawn, and then a lot of these loops for different things will have in-betweens of like blank frames and stuff. Not so much on this one, but on some of the other ones a little bit later. And then the sets of frames that they go through can be like up to, I think I've done one that was like over 100, maybe a few that were over 100, just because it needs to go through a lot of the same ones, and then bringing in a lot of blank frames just to make things kind of extend the loop or extend the time gap between them depending on what speed I have it at. You will have just seen around the edge on this one as well, just floating around there. On this one I did an optional thing where it's not animated, but they have it underneath so that they can move it around, just like a little spooky shadow. And also there's me testing it out with my emote as well, just to show it off. So everything will animate, but you can move things kind of underneath, scoot them about. Then this one, I started getting into using some of the different transitions. So you might have seen the bats kind of flying past the window. We've got like little blinks going on. We've got the tails starting to move. Got a little bit more going on with the starting soon on the screen, so the text moves and so does the pattern. The rest of it is just lighting changes, like with the first few, same with the candles, they're kind of glowing and the lights are flickering, and also the flames on them. Got a couple of frames with the steam coming off the coffee mugs, and also with the eyes. And then we'll hop to the second recording so that we can go and see what some of the layering is on this, which is why it cuts a little bit. I kind of feel bad about having them cut a little bit when it changes videos. There go the bats sliding through the back. With those, there's a bunch of in-between frames where they're not there because we only want the one slide of them flying past. I have some of these things on randomize. That's one of the settings you can use. There's all the layering back there where I can move things. I'd also be able to move that in front of the text if I wanted to, because that's all animated on its own layer with it moving like it does. And then the last one that I did, we've got a bunch of different things on this. So we've got like multiple layers of things going on. We got kind of movements. There's like little grabby hands on the robots. Some of the arms and things are moving. There's a bunch of layers over the top. There's lasers in the back. You might see in the very top right-hand corner behind the cat. There is fish that swim past. The cat's tail moves, the robots move, the arms move. I think the only thing that doesn't animate in this is any kind of lighting. I think that's the only thing. It's mostly just movements in this one and little simple loops of them moving about. It was kind of like making little paper dolls so that you can separate all of the parts of them, like the arms, and put them in the right kind of layers, and then just move them independently and make them animate. Also, there's my emote again, just showing where that transparency is. So there's little things you can kind of drag it in between to show where it moves. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching. I hope this was interesting. I've been kind of wanting to post these to YouTube for a while, but I wanted to wait until I had a few. I have been posting them to Twitter, well, not as I've been doing them, but with a little bit of delay, just so other things can get posted. If you're interested in getting a commission like this, then feel free to go and DM me on Twitter or email me, whichever one you have, and I will talk to you about it. But yeah, I changed my Twitter name, just update my username with whether I've got commissions open or not, and also post on there and make tweets when I have slots available. There'll also be a link down in my description to my commission info if you want to go and check that out. There'll be links everywhere else I post stuff. You can come and watch me stream on Twitch down there as well. There'll be links to prints and things. I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped, but bye-bye.